All right, so I am in need of a snack. Like, I guess I was trying to debate on should I bring some fruit before I started driving out here, but I did not. And so by the time I got out here to run some errands and I finished one, I've got to have to pivot a little bit today. And that's a good thing. And that's a part of being successful. You got to know how to pivot when it's time to pivot. So, I got a tablet stand and I ordered a tablet. My brother in his apartment is going to get a video phone. Okay. Because I think the thing is this, and I did go to support group yesterday too, which was helpful. So, and, like I said, I signed some paperwork yesterday too. So there's a lot going on yesterday, which was good. Like I said, things are coming together. Um, so there's some things that I know he needs, but he doesn't know how to communicate. I don't know if it's just his personality, if it's him being a man, or if it's mental illness, or a combination of all of it. Okay. So I know a lot of people will ask, why don't you just get him another cell phone? It's like, dude, this is like the third, fourth cell phone. I think some of the compulsions that he has, or the voices that tell him to, well, there's actually two reasons. To first, dial 911 just for anything. And then, again, through support group, a lot of the people were talking about, and this is a support group for family members, the caregivers. They were talking about internet addiction. Okay. So one person mentioned how people, they want to talk about the alcohol, the other substances, and things like that, but then they don't want to talk about the internet addiction that basically I think, almost everybody has at this point. Okay. And unless you have certain kinds of jobs where you just cannot be, scrolling all day or doing whatever, it is turned into that dopamine rush that everybody's looking for. And then those who are mentally ill, that makes it even worse. So, what I'm trying to say, I believe my brother does not want a cell phone for the fact that it's addictive, like internet addictive. And that's fine with me. He still has a laptop though. Um, but the thing with the laptop, he'll just watch videos and pull up music, and that's pretty much it. Okay. He will, do random searches. He'll watch TV shows on it, and that's again about it. And I think with the cell phone, it's about those apps, those addictive apps, because again, somebody mentioned their family member being addicted to doing certain things on apps that was, I guess I'm assuming sexual in nature. So yeah. Um, yeah, so nobody's talking about the internet addiction, for which I talk about this all the time when it comes to, like, if you're looking to, like, improve your life, you got to have that mental diet. And part of my mental diet, when I tell people, is like, y'all got to let go of the internet and the TV. Not completely, but you definitely have got to, put some kind of control on it, you know? So even right now, like, even though I am live, technically there are people who are just scrolling through and playing whatever kind of, silly little game that they're playing right now on there. Um, but what I'm trying to say is that I think my brother is recognizing a trigger that I kind of knew, but now I'm just going to put it out there, that the too much dopamine through internet scrolling and things like that. Because last night, I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, so things are coming together. I don't want to lead with a negative, and that's why I mentioned all the things that could be happening for him. So I signed paperwork yesterday for when I go out of town. Somebody's gonna come in the mornings. Still needed to find somebody in the afternoons, but I think I'm on that now. And then um he actually was pretty okay yesterday afternoon. And the thing is, like, maybe I'm hovering too much. But at the same time, I'm like, but how do I know if he's gonna do what he needs to do? I don't know. It's like I feel like I guess that's what it means to be a parent. Even though I'm a sister, it feels like being a parent. I don't know. Are you gonna do the right thing or not? Um, so he was pretty okay. So when I went to, and this time I went and sat in my vehicle here to do the session. It was a little easier, so I could speak more freely and listen to the other people talk and share. And I got more resources. Like I got a book to read now. I've got oops, sorry, my phone is calling. My other phone. Oh, scam likely. Um, so I got some resources, things. It's resources that are helpful, because one of the things that I would say the majority of the people yesterday had a loved one who has some kind of manic bipolar situation going on. And my brother has a combination of bipolar and schizophrenia. But so what they were talking about was like some of the like delusions and things like that, or the ideas, or the like what kind of things are happening. And so the book, the recommendation of the book came up. Um, let's see if I can pull that up, the recommendation. So I kind of want, I feel like I'm definitely going to do like some kind of series for folks who are like me in a situation where I'm like, I have no idea what and where, and people who are not as go-getters as I am, because I am a finder of things. I will find stuff. I will find what I need to find to know. Over the years, I've learned sometimes you got to find out what you need to know so you can go find out what you need to know. It's like, how do it's hard, especially when people walk around and they just assume like people hand things to you, or whatever, you push a button and things happen. It's like, no, you got to put some legwork in. So talking to, I guess, the one organization that I'm working with that is going to help my brother, and I'm paying out of pocket, me, but then talking to them about like, hey, is there, can I get a nurse? Like, cause they mentioned a nurse coming to see him before the care happens. And then that made me think, I was like, well, can that same nurse help me with my other paperwork that I need to get in? And they were like, we don't know. So that kind of, it has my wheels turning. So I'm trying to see how can I like condense a lot of the things that I know I need to do. And that's another part of being successful. You got to be flexible. And with that, let me talk about what happened, I guess, as of yet after yesterday. So I did finally reach out to somebody who is a nurse. And that's what I'm looking for most ideally, because if a situation occurs where it's medical, I need somebody who actually knows, like, what does it look like if somebody doesn't look okay, and know what to do. This is not like an elderly person who just lays up in a bed and they can just call somebody. It's like my brother can move. He can move around, okay? And sometimes he might run away. So I need somebody who can kind of quickly more identify what's going on with him and calm him down, versus, oh, I can bring you some tea to your bedside. It's like, no, he's not that. It's not that. So and somebody who might be able, if a situation occurs, might be able to administer him medication if he's okay with that. So that's most ideal for me. So that person did reach out, and in fact, she kind of just sent me a text. Um, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we can form a relationship here, and she would kind of just be like on the side, a nurse that can come in, pop in every once in a while. Like I have a friend who is also a nurse. You know, sometimes I just need backup for the backup. Okay. Since my brother can't, like with these panic attacks, not go to a doctor and sit in a doctor's office or anything like that. And as I'm thinking about it, as I was going in there to pick up this, and it made me think about all the occasions that he had like some kind of reaction. It was always in the midst of a crowd or in a public space. And he just, and it was like the first time, like just think about this. When you have butterflies in your stomach, he also has butterflies in his stomach, but his butterflies are like little daggers, and it makes him feel horrible. Okay. So just like when you go up to a party for the first time and everybody's like, oh, it's like, I don't know, should I go to the party or whatever? Like he feels that, but his is like, ah. So, it makes him feel miserable. And sometimes he might hear voices. So there's that. So, yeah, so now I'm thinking, I don't want him not to be in public spaces, but now I'm now aware that that's what's happening, you know? Oh, hi, Magneticus. How are you? Um, so I'm just trying to learn more about like the triggers and learn to help him name the triggers, because I think, again, as I was saying earlier, I don't think he knows how to communicate what's going on with him. And because I'm so close to him in age and I grew up with him, I kind of like, something's not quite right. Are you like, and I kind of can sense something's not right. So, yeah, crowds and being in public spaces where he does not aware, and unpredictability is very much a trigger, it seems like. But the thing is, I want him to be able to be out and enjoy life. So maybe eventually we can get some therapy. I'm still working on that end. I'm still thinking, um, kind of the social worker at the hospital mentioned this before, and it seems like that might have to be the thing. Because even in support group, I've mentioned I've been trying to look for a therapist for my brother using his Medicare and his Medicaid. Even on the websites, some of these doctors and offices will say that they take Medicare and Medicaid, and when you call them or email them, they're like, no, we don't. We don't do that. No, thank you. And I get it, I guess, but it's really frustrating. And so it's looking like I might have to, and we'd already talked about family therapy. I might have to finagle some kind of way through my insurance to get some family therapy. Um, and more specifically now, like thinking about coping skills, right? Because I mean, I think I have pretty decent coping skills, but when it comes to my brother, like I've been getting better. I'll just say that. So there were some times where I was just like, oh my gosh. And I'm gonna leave this because I definitely got to learn to pivot. That's the other thing. Being successful means you got to pivot. So today, I kind of did not plan on going back to the apartment. He has already gone out for his at least one of his morning walks already this morning, so I don't know if he's gonna come back. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do a walk around and see where he is on certain areas. But I kind of need him back at 1, uh, so that we can do a video chat with this nurse. So that's the hope, that she seems like she wants to do this. My only stipulation is that she's got to kind of live close and nearby. Like I can't have somebody who lives across town and said like, oh, I'm stuck in traffic, and it's like an hour and a half away. I'm like, no, thank you. Not no, no. In this city, no. And I've had people say that kind of stuff. I'm like, no, this is not that, y'all. I need somebody who can be there and who has like some kind of professional um ability to assess something, and not just be like, what, we don't know, that kind of thing. I don't have time for that. Okay, that's being successful. It's like playing all the cards. You got to stack the deck. and realize that my brother, he's not in crisis anymore, but he has tools to help him. So hopefully, once we get this tablet up and running for phone use, he will not dial 911. I also got some advice on that too. And like I said, I was about to look up the book recommendation that was mentioned. Um, and I already, even though this is summertime, I've got some classes I got to be taking as a teacher. And they had already started sending me the books that I need to order. And I was like, oh yeah. So maybe I might order this book. I don't know. It is available for free online, and I might make it available to you out there, y'all. All right, so where is it? The name of the book um, is something to the effect of I am okay, something like that. Um, but I haven't started reading it yet because I just got the recommendation. But I was looking around to see where I might be able to find it. It is available free online. It is there's a method of being able to talk to people who have delusions. It's like you don't deny, and that's again where I've been struggling. So that's another thing with the coping skills. I'm like, as a sister, I kind of want to say stop. Like you don't, that's not true or whatever. I kind of want to say those things, but it's like I can't. And I know that's not helpful, but it's so hard. You know, it really is, y'all. Um, because last night he woke me up in the middle of the night, 1:30, to ask about some stamps. I totally wanted to tell him, can you get out of my face? I'm trying to sleep. You know, stuff like that is, all right. Ooh, ooh, I just got some news. Well, that's Fulton County though. All right. So as a teacher, again, it's okay. I'm okay for therapy myself, coping skills, things like that. Like I don't want to get at him when really it's the illness, and it seems like he didn't sleep well last night. But at the same time, this morning he seemed okay. He seemed more manic than anything else, you know, and that's all you can really ask for sometimes. Like he took his medicine. There's that. But he was up most of the night. If I can get him to get some sleep sometime, but I'm so glad. I will say this. Thank goodness he is not obsessing about Walmart anymore. I know I'm rambling now at this point. Oh, let me tell you. Okay, Magneticus. So the thing is this. A lot of times people who are bipolar and or schizophrenic, they believe that everybody's against them. So sometimes I know deep down he knows I'm providing everything for him and all this stuff, and I'm also his payee for Social Security. And every once in a while, I think it's a compulsion too, just like with the 911. He will try to write a letter to Social Security asking them to send him the money to the apartment. And that's what he wants the stamps for. Or he'll find the email. I'm sorry, he'll find the physical address for Amazon. He's done that a couple of times, and just ask for stuff and say, "I want blah blah blah, this and that. Here, send it to me." Yeah, so that's what he wants the stamps for. Like I don't like these are the disconnects where I think cognitively he doesn't understand that you got to put money in the envelope too. Kind of thing. Um, or there's a process to all of this. Like, even though I have told him, I've given him all the paperwork for Social Security, I'm not gatekeeping, none of that. Okay? Quite honestly, he gets a smidgen. Sorry, I dipped out. So, I'm actually like, the money that Social Security is providing me to help him is is minuscule. Like I pay double, triple out of my own pocket. And every once in a while, he'll get upset, like, I want money, I want my money. It's like, it's not your money, friend, because you never really worked a job. You're disabled. That's what I kind of want to tell him. Again, those are things. It's, he is disabled, Social Security. Totally had to explain to him, I pay Social Security. And then I'm paying on top of that, all that kind of stuff. No, Amazon, it's like, first of all, no, because he's writing just a weird letter saying, like, for example, it's like, Dear Amazon, send me a basket of pencils, sincerely, and then his name. And then, yeah, so it's not like he's actually ordering anything. And he'll do that, and he's done that a couple of like, I think at least once or twice with Social Security. He'll just send a little something and say, I want my money. But then it's like, sir, we don't know who you are. Sir, there's a process to all of that. So every once in a while that will happen. And those are those side quests that I'm okay with him doing. Like, for the price of some stamps, um, in which, actually, let me just go ahead and say this. He wanted some stamps that are only 4 cents. He doesn't understand that postage is a lot more than that. I'm going to get him the stamps that he asked for. Sometimes those letters go through, sometimes they don't. There's that. Or get sued. Like, one time he did send a thank you card to my friend. Um, and somehow, I didn't think that was going to make it, but it made it, when I was actually giving him real stamps. So, yeah. Now he wants these 4-cent stamps. And I'm like, okay, I'll give them to you. But the postage is not going. It's not going to go through. But I didn't say all that, so that was under my breath. On my breath. But anyway, all right, I need to go. Like I said, I got to pivot today. Like, I thought I was going to be able to go back to my house. I probably will, though. I got a couple other errands to run. And um, speaking of postage, um, I need to go check on some things. And I might have to go back. No, I will have to go back to the apartment because, like I said, I want this nurse person to see the apartment versus my house, and I'm hoping my brother will be there too. That's what my hope is. All right, so it's coming together. Sometimes you got to put a little elbow grease in there, put a little extra something in there to get it done. And and those are the things I think a lot of times some folks just assume, well, they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that. It's like, no. Sometimes you gotta do the extra step. Sometimes you really do. And that's the difference between those who are go getters and those who are just laybackers or whatever they call them. It's like, I'm the finder of things. I will find out what I need to find out, and so I can get what I need to get. Okay. And, I'm also working on things for myself too. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, I'm not wearing any makeup right now. I probably need to go put some on. Um, I naturally have dark circles. Um, but I have been messing around with, like, cleaning up around my house and a lot of dust and stuff. I have really bad allergies, so luckily I did take my allergy medicine this morning. I need to go do my eye drops also, but other than that, I'm okay. Um, I'm just happy now things are starting to seem like they're coming together, and he seems like, even though sorry, I was going to say, but you never can really tell. Sometimes you always got to be on guard. But like that, the nutrition is working. I think the taurine is actually working really well. I did put a smidgen of B3 in his smoothie last night, but he didn't really drink it all, so I don't know. All right, with that, I'm gonna say take care. So the smoothie is for protein, so he doesn't eat everything. Seriously, y'all, he eats a lot. All right, bye.